What's really good? LeSBP Trading familiar. Buenos dias, bonjour, bon dia, sabona, good night, como va, masakea, top. Thank you all for tuning in. I think I'm gonna start turning my phone on airplane mode when I start doing these videos. I promise, man. I get to the good point and I'm like, oh, that actually sounded really well. I don't have to do any more retakes, and then boom, I get a phone call. So today's video is going to be really simple. It's about the Tradestation client hub, and then it's about the futures margin rate, and also kind of what instruments I want to trade, and what it looks like through TradingView. Basically, that's really about it. I'm going to try to make this relatively quick, but as always, if you put me on times two, um, the video goes a lot faster. I talk relatively slow, and I have a knack for repeating myself. I don't do it on purpose. But either way, I mean, if you put on times two, knock it out, get through it, move on from there. All right. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So first things first, Tradestation Hub. Let's take a look at how that looks. So this is relatively new. It is new. Sorry, not relatively new. It is new in comparison to the old dashboard. The old dashboard, I'm not gonna say it was cluttered, but it was a lot more going on. I didn't mind it, to be honest with you. How it looked. But this is the new way it looks, and it's fine. I'm fine with it. You got kind of everything up front in front of your face, your accounts, your portfolio amount, value, I guess, your open P&L, which is basically, what you have open as in trade wise, market value, cash available, all that great stuff, and then your mail and transfers and all that good stuff. So it's all right there in front of you, which is good because I mean, like I said, it was a bit more on the old one. Um, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad thing. So either way, that's how it looks, or this is how the TradeStation dashboard looks. I can definitely say if you have TradeStation and you haven't changed like your username and password, or updated, I should say, your username and password, that's probably going to be your first stop if you're using the old TradeStation dashboard, because that's what I had to do in order to actually see my new account. It kind of sucked because I was like, man, TradeStation usually does not take this long. Like usually in a day, maybe two, I would have my account. Everything will be set up. They're usually pretty quick, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, man, what's taking them so long? And it started giving me remnants of AMP. I was like, no, TradeStation is not AMP futures. TradeStation is better than them. And I literally hit the chat, and in 2 seconds, he was like, yeah, you just got to update, which is stupid because, and it's stupid on my part. It's the little banner that says you need to update security, blah, 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 blah. And I never decided to press it. As soon as I get on chat, he's like, "Yeah, you have to update your username and password because we're using the new dashboard, this and that or whatever." And he explained why. As soon as I did it, 2 seconds later, I was in. I had information to my account, my new account. Um, I could see everything, and I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Everything good?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm straight." So everything was good. It's fine. If you haven't done it, just make sure you go update your stuff. You may need to have speak to chat, but chat is so good in comparison to what I was dealing with AMP futures. It took like 2 seconds in comparison to AMP futures, where sometimes I was on chat for like 24 hours waiting for a response. And don't even get me on trying to call them. Oh my god. But either way, so this is we have the 250 in the account. The idea here is to basically add, I want to say, up to the range of anywhere between $600 to $800 total. So right now we have 250. Next week I'll put in another 250, and then the week after that I'll probably put in like another random 200. Um, right now I'm just calculating in my head, probably roughly about anywhere between, what was that, 250, 250, 500, another 700. So probably about 700 is what I'm thinking, but 600 on the low end is what I'm aiming for. And the reason for that is because looking at the futures margin and what I want to trade. Actually, let's jump into trading view first. Looking at what I want to trade. Oh, excuse me. I want to trade S&P 500, Ethereum, Dow Jones, MNQ, gold, and silver. I want to trade these six instruments. Now, I won't be able to initially trade them all with only about $600. I'll probably only be able to trade three. And currently, right now, my top three are going to have to be S&P 500, Ethereum, and the Dow Jones 30. The reason for that is because if you look at the intraday initials for these, let me get my handy dandy calculator out real quick. Calculator, bring that over here. If you look at the intraday initials for these, so like 167. We'll just say 168. 168 for S&P 500. Then you've got MYM. That's 297. And then what was the last one I said? MET. MET. ET, which I think is down here at the bottom. So that is plus 112. So that's about $577 worth of margin. So to be honest with you, I might only trade one or two of these things, not all three. Um, which would be like maybe MES, and then I might swap out and trade Ethereum depending on what I see. But I probably won't end up trading all three at the same time. The way that the margin for me, the way that I'm going to work the margin is I'm only going to trade a third of what I have. So if I got $600, I'm probably only going to be able to trade one of these things worth no more than $200 to $300. Um, so yeah, we'll probably end up doing it like that. Sadly, the way I've been testing it is by trading everything all at once, and that's how I would amass, a good amount of money and stuff like that. Like within this last week, paper trading was so fantastic. I was like, why can't I ever do this in real life? But the reason why is because I'm not setting myself up the way that I'm supposed to. If I want to trade all of these things, I think when I did the calculation, it was about $3,100 worth of margin for everything, and that's like bare bones minimum margin called type of margin, like money. So I would need double that, which would be really about 6K in order to trade everything, getting one contract for everything comfortably. Which isn't horrible. It isn't horrible, but I ain't got 6K. So what I gotta do is I gotta work my way up. I have to work my way up. I have to make sure that I'm doing this adequately and not over stressing the account. And if I'm only gonna start off with 600, $700, then hey, you can only trade one or maybe two of those things, depending on what you're trading at the same time. I can't trade MYM and MES. It's not gonna work. It's either gonna be MES, which is S&P 500, and MET, which is Ethereum, or Ethereum and US30. That's it. And don't even look at MNQ. MNQ is like $600 or $700 for margin by itself, and that's the micro. And then gold is like another $700 by itself, and silver is like 1,300. So that's totally out of the options for us right now. But it's okay because what I'm going to do is I'm going to gradually keep putting money in, and just as well as I'll hopefully continue winning. That's what we're going to hope for. So right now, 250 in the account. I think that's really all I wanted to express. What I wanted to trade, how the Tradestation Hub looks, how it looks on TradingView. And it's the end of the year, so I probably won't be trading anything until literally, January, second week of January type of thing. That way I can not mess this up, during like Christmas and all this hoopla and craziness during New Year's and stuff like that. So the idea behind it is to probably trade the second week of January starting from then on. And that's really about it, man. It should be good. I can't wait. I can't wait in order to do this. I'm really excited because I feel like it's gonna be my year. I feel like it's gonna be my year. I'm calling it out. It's gonna be my year. But we're gonna see how it goes. Second week of January. I will continue to try to make some videos for you all. If not, you can catch the language videos as well. But other than that, I'm gonna try my best to stay patient. That's the big thing. Staying patient because I ain't got none of that. Other than that, set yourself up for success, man. That's all I got to say. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Hopefully you have a happy holiday. Merry Christmas. All that great stuff. Yeah. See y'all later. Peace.